as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up the throw. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Not much there, only a yard.
2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions. It nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he's going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know, some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing. I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. Henry's got it on the left side. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
And inches.
Watson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I know the this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
He finds his target. It's Crowder. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Houston. Jamison Crowder. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans get a bit closer.
Well, since we don't have a rooting interest in this one, neither one of us wanted to see this one get out of hand too early. Here we are in the first quarter. That was an important response for them to score, already down 21.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw, Haskins. That's the right side here, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Now a toss, running left, Eckler. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Haskins will get this to Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, 1st down. Now it's Haskins. And a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Quadri Diggs. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They come in off a touchdown drive. The last time they had the ball, that cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting them the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again is Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're going for it. It's Watson. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Going on the ground with Eckler. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run here with Eckler. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Second and goal from the 1. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. And no forward progress here. This is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 37. Here's Haskins to throw. And that's into the hands of Eckler. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On the ground, it's Eckler. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than that. But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. This pass finds its way to Williams. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker.
situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed it up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
11 yards there, first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the quarterback, there in coverage.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On second down, Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
On first down, Watson. Crowder's got it over the middle. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
From the gun, here's Watson. Underneath, he's got Great. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
First down, Texans.
On first down, it's Watson. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Intended for
ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. A final shot before the break. Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Set to kick off.
The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, Watson. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Then how about this, a fake? But he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs. 4 yards on the pickup, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. This is caught. inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 26 yards. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Second and goal at the 1-yard.
On the screen, this is Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, he scored on the ground and through the air. And this Chargers offense continues to pour it on.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown, and teams that look like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off around the 37. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Chargers 44. Texans.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and throw for it here. And he will find his man on the outside. outside. But he will not get away. He stops short of the marker. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Now it's Haskins. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
10 at the 19.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Here's Haskins. The quick slant caught. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Shy of the goal line. A gain of 5 yards brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in, and he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Is good.
Extra point put through by Succop, and that will extend this big lead.
Texans.
Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score.
The Texans on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. A shotgun snap for Watson. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Kenneth Murray racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Haskins to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. still throwing the football here. Obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Suckup for the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score. Chargers 65. Texans 7. Ryan Suckup set.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 21. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And out. It's 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Montez Sweat. And now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Haskins. That is caught inside the 5. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. There's a shot for the end zone right away, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. And that is incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. Haskins going to throw again. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They go for it on 4th and goal, but then winds up incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This will be their 3rd straight defeat. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Watson gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
And the Texans 1st down.
From the gun, Watson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Back to the air, Watson on second down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 42. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Chris Harris on
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Watson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Montez Sweat. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Third and long. It's Watson. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Here we go on fourth. Watson. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 33. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. And there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love that you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. The throw over the middle taken in. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Now Watson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Watson looks to throw again. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take... Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately...